Ready? Okay. Today we will be using some cutting hedge technology. We really went there, didn't we? We really went there. Welcome everybody, this is episode 38 of Minecraft The Journey. In the last episode we built the art gallery, and filled it with all of the different pieces of artwork in the game. And in between I've been working out here building a couple of gardens. Let me just pop up onto the top of the building so that we can take a look. Because as you know, this is Alpha Minecraft, and there are certain things in Alpha Minecraft that you just can't do. For example, how did I get those leaves there to make a lovely little garden border, you ask? Because you don't have shears, there's no silk touch, or you can't even place a leaf block, let alone have one. Well, you can probably place the leaf block, but you'd have to have one to begin with. That's what I'm trying to say. So how did I make these beautiful, lush garden borders? Well, I've left these two spots vacant so I can show you exactly how much pain and misery you need to go through to make a little hedge. Step 1. Dig. We're going to need plenty of room to be able to grow some trees, so we need to dig out as much space as we can. I've dug out the internal bits, but I actually need to dig out a bit of a bigger area just because we're going to be growing some trees in here. So we need to give them a bit of room to grow, because those outer edges of those pits are exactly where we want the leaves to be able to grow. If the tree doesn't have space to grow, then it's not going to grow and we're going to run into problems. So let's make these holes even bigger. Diggity diggity. Did I just say that? Step 2. Get planting. The reason that I marked these out is to make it a little bit easier when it comes to growing the trees. Now what we're going to do is just grow them in the middle here, 1 block away from the edge, and we're going to make a ring around like this. Boom, 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 boom. Excuse me, sheep. And what is going to happen here is this should give a good chance for these trees to grow. And when they do, they're going to grow and spread their leaves out in 2 directions at least, unless they grow to be a big tree, and that will be annoying. For example, over here, if you look at these trees, you've got the trunk and then 2 layers of foliage on each side most of the time. So when the tree grows, it seems to need some space to grow. So we've given it plenty of space, and there will be chances where, say, this tree grows but it doesn't fill enough, and this tree won't grow because there's nowhere to grow. So we're going to be cutting down a lot of trees with a bit of trial and error until the right trees come along that fit the bill perfectly and fill up all of the gaps full of leaves that we need. So let's wait for some trees to grow, and I'll get planting on the other one, and then we'll get on to the next step. Excuse me. Step 3. Wait. Wait. I think the trees will have a better chance of growing if there is light around them, so I'm just going to plonk some lighting down here in the hopes that I'm right. What we can do as well is just plant a bucket load of trees down the middle here, because that will just increase the chances of trees growing on this side and that side of the ring. And we can probably do the same over here if I dig the edge out a little bit more. That was unexpected. Now I've got to fix it. Step 3. Again. Wait. Alright, have a look at that. There are loads of trees that have grown, so let's go down and check them out and see if any of them are suitable. Yeah, any of them are suitable for making hedges. I'm going to explain exactly how this works once we get down there Okay. This is not bad, not bad. You can see how each of the trees have tried to grow into a space. They're really looking for enough space to grow into each time. And I think what happens is the game tries to grow a tree. If it can't find the space, then it doesn't grow. And then next time it's scheduled for a grow, then it will try again and it'll be a different shape. And if the shape fits the area, it'll grow. So it's a bit hit and miss, and it can take a little while to get exactly what you're looking for. Now, up here you can see that this is our hedge height. So what we want to do is make sure that anywhere that we've got leaves at this height, like these leaves here, we want to keep. And we want to do this by putting a dirt block underneath the leaf. Now, I have seen in this game that if you have dirt blocks, I can't really show any here. If you have dirt blocks underneath another leaf block, then the leaf block on top will not decay. So we're going to exploit that mechanic and make sure that it happens only over any of these rows. Now, none of these trees are suitable. This one is. So let's have a look at this one. Oh, there you go. A leaf decayed on my left there. There we go. So all of those are perfect. Now, what we need to do is get rid of every other leaf and tree that is irrelevant. So let's have a look here. We've got just 2. Now, that's probably not ideal because we need to find a tree that's going to grow a leaf in that one gap, and that's highly unlikely. So what we'll do is we will just put dirt under all of these leaves. I'm going to get trimming, and then we'll see what we've got left, and if we need to make any cutbacks in order to be able to grow more trees, and I'll explain that in a minute, then we will. But I've got a lot of chopping to do, so I'm going to get on with that, and then I'll show you when we're done. Step 4, trim. So what I want to do here is kind of separate the outer hedge edge from the inner parts of the tree by coming through here and just breaking apart all of the leaves that are connected to that hedge. And by doing that, I'll be able to cut down the trees in the middle and just allow their leaf decay to naturally get rid of the rest of the tree, the parts that we don't need. So let's continue to bash out leaves until we've got exactly what we need. Look at this mess. The struggle is real. These huge trees are growing in the way. All I want to do is kind of trim the edges so that all we've got left are these hedge ones. And then we're going to basically go around and replant in the places that need some more leaves grown, like here, all the gaps basically. But first, oh man, I have to get rid of all of this dense foliage in the middle. I've had to just pick up all of the saplings that I can because it keeps forcing big trees to grow, and that's a real pain because I have to chop them down. The big trees are tall enough that they don't put any leaves down at the level that we want, so they're just quite annoying. We'll come back and replant the saplings once we've got a good sense of what's left. In fact, I've made my work even harder for myself by not pulling out those saplings earlier in the process. There are so many big trees in here. I did the other one in kind of smaller stages instead of this one where I've done it all at once, so I don't know what method is better. But I've got to keep working with what I've got right now. I find that dividing the trees up into sections like this really helps the blocks just decay. They don't tend to disintegrate when they're in really large sections like this. It certainly doesn't help if there are logs around. Oh boy, got my work cut out for me though. Holy dooly. I've just spent the better part of a Minecraft day and night just trimming back that huge dense foliage there and stripping it up into little sections like this so that it can automatically decay on its own. Now look at this. We've got the beginnings of a hedge going on. Actually, it's got a pretty good rate of coverage. Here are some problems, okay? Over here, we've just got one space. It's not going to be easy to grow a tree here. Here, this looks more promising. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then we've got another space. So I reckon we'll just get rid of this and just try and grow another couple of trees here to fill the gap. Now over here on the corner, this is also particularly poor because we've got another one gap here in this annoying corner block. So I reckon we'll just get rid of this and we'll just redo this whole section and hope that we get enough tree coverage to cover exactly what we need there. Over here, I'm thinking this one and that one. Oh, it feels so wrong. Hey! And then we'll grow a tree here, and hopefully it'll just fill that gap, and that'll be all we have to do. Oh, there's another one. The one gaps are annoying, so let's try for this. Okay, we got a bit of work to do on this one, it looks like. Not as good as I'd hoped. This one's looking a little bit better, I think. Yeah, we've got a gap here of 2, which is manageable, and then a gap here of 4, which is okay. Maybe we can get 2 trees either side, and then 1 here to fill the gaps. So, step 5, totally didn't forget I was doing title screens. Replant. Let's get planting. I'll just plant like 1 here and 1 here, and maybe 1 there, see what happens. I think we'll plant all along here and wait and see which trees grow first, and probably all along the inside as well. That should be enough. As long as the trunks aren't here, then the foliage will spill out to the sides, and that should hopefully give us enough coverage. So now we've got another day or Minecraft night of waiting, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. I can cope. And we're nearly there. I think I've lost track of all my steps, but it's okay. We had a quick step 6 wait in between there, and oh, it doesn't matter, You get the idea now. Look, we've planted some more trees, but unfortunately these were all a little bit too big, and they've overgrown, and they haven't filled these gaps. So I was really hoping that a small tree would actually grow here, and this is where it starts to get a bit tedious. It's kind of trial and error now. We're just going to get rid of the trees that we don't want. Ugh. 3 humongous trees. Why? This is a bit more promising. Let's pop in around this side and have a look. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Over here we can get rid of that one, replace that one, and I would say if I just pop around to the outside. Yes, there is a leaf block on top of that one, so we can now just get rid of all of the excess blocks over here, and we have perfectly finished that corner. So now it is just a process of elimination with trial and error, trying to make sure that we grow trees that'll fit the gaps that we need until we have a perfect fit and we have finished all of the hedgings. So let me do a bit more trimming. It's now just rinse, lather, repeat. I think you have understood the process. I don't need to go through any more steps, do I? Because I keep forgetting to do them, and then they just seem funny when I insert them into the clips. Anyway, I'm going to get trimming, and then we should be looking good. What do you want now? We are at the tedious end of the process now, and I'm just waiting for trees to grow, basically, hoping that they'll grow into the areas where they need to, just like this one did a few moments ago. And luckily, it fit right into the corner beautifully and filled every spot that we needed. So we're just going to trim its leaves back and, of course, chop down the big old trunk. Nope, I'm failing at that miserably. And the leftover leaves up here, we just disconnect that one, and the rest should decay on their own. So this one, we've just got this section to go, and then we're nearly done. Let's have a look from above. Oh yeah, that is so nearly done. Let's go and check out the other side, because I see that another tree has grown, and it's a small tree, which is good. That's just what we want, because the big ones, oh, don't like them. Don't like them. Okay, so these are the leaves that we're going to want to keep. There's quite a few actually. That's good news for us, except for this bit here, but that's okay. Another tree should fit in the slot. So again, it's trimming time. Well, we got a couple more trees to deal with. It's looking good actually. This one looks just about perfect. In fact, there's no just about it. It is perfect. Yeah. Got to make sure to put the blocks in the right place, but otherwise, that side is done. I'm very happy about that. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't have gotten away. Woohoo, perfect. This is the one that I wanted fixed because the creeper blew up this one. Pesky creeper. One whole tree just for one whole block. Done. Come on, it's literally the last one. Oh. I'm exhausted. I think that took me about 6 years of my life to complete. Well, maybe in reality 6 hours? I don't know. 6 hours, 6 years. Yeah, it's very much of a muchness in this game. But seriously, to do all of that waiting and chopping and punching leaves and everything like that, just to get those borders in place, took me hours. Now, in modern Minecraft, you would just have a pair of shears and you would shear the leaves and then you would place them on the ground and it would take you 6 minutes. So I think given that we don't have any of those tools available to us and we're kind of exploiting a game mechanic, probably where the leaves were supposed to decay but don't, I think we've done very well. I think we should finish these garden beds. What do you say? I need to let you in on a little secret. I miscounted when I measured these plots. This row here should be here. This is actually 10 across instead of 9. My OCD is kicking in, but I can't do anything about it now. It's just way too much work to dig all of this up and replant the trees just to get hedging in here. So nobody will notice, will they? It's just a secret between you and me. And I need to go and get more flowers. Do you know how rare these roses are compared to the dandelions? Oh, but I can't leave the episode without finishing the garden properly. So I'm going to head out and explore and pick up some more flowers and then come back and we should be done. Well, we finally finished. I got these 2 done and wow, it took me quite a while to go out and collect this many roses actually because they're just so few and far between out there. But we got enough and we finished the garden with the 2 flower varieties that the game has to offer at the moment, and I think it's looking not too bad. Let's go down and have a look at it from the bottom actually, because if you go down to the bottom, what we're going to do eventually is we're going to tidy up this frontage here, the beach frontage, make it less gravelly. You can see I've dug a hole in it here as well where I needed to get some gravel out, and I actually flattened all of this. You might remember that it looked a little bit different. There was a bluff here and I flattened it all out so that we would have this sweeping up effect like I discussed a little while ago. And yeah, I think it's looking good. You can walk up here and you go through the gardens, look at the little hedges, and yeah, I think it's come across really, really well. And I'm really pleased with the method that we used to get the hedges done, but I just wish that it was a little bit easier, you know? That was a lot of work. I mean, a lot of work. But it's done. Oh, and check this out. This is the best part of all. All of the work that we did was not in vain. I have this many logs. That's nearly 16 something log stacks. And it's funny because as I was building this building here, doing all the flooring and everything like that, I was running on empty when it came to wood. I kept running out here and chopping down a few trees and running back and doing some more logs and things like that. So this is actually a benefit in disguise. It has allowed us to take home nearly 16 or whatever it was stacks of logs, and I'm really happy about that. And actually we got to put our stone to good use when we built this as well, because I was actually getting quite a big collection of cobblestone, not really knowing what I was going to do with it. So yeah, I'm happy that I've finished this build here. Maybe we'll get a big tree in now that that's a funny looking tree, very square. We might get a big tree in there, and I think this place is looking rather complete now. Unfortunately, these torches are here to stay. Hey, who keeps leaving the door to the bathroom open? Not good enough. And over this side, of course, we've got the rest of the gallery here with a big empty wall space here ready for some new paintings as soon as they come into the game. But that's it. We've run out of time. So this was a bit of a double episode, really. The gallery in the last episode and the gardens in this one. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on this crazy alpha adventure. And the next episode should be very interesting indeed, because we are going to be upgrading and there are some very special new features coming in the next version, which I'm looking forward to. And I hope you will too. So if you enjoyed today's episode, then please do leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, check the Discord link down in the description and all that stuff. And before you tune away to another video, I just want to say thank you for watching and enjoying the series with me. This has been bugmancx. You've been watching Minecraft The Journey. Bye bye.